We're recording the video game Slay the Spire 1, not 2, folks, not 2, not yet. Poor, poor bosses. What is it? That's a funny Ascension description. What does that mean? Poor bosses. Was that what it's supposed to say? Does it mean the bosses are not going to give us as much money? That's a funny. I find that quite funny. I didn't expect it. We're gonna pick rare card because I think that's just straight up the most powerful and consistent option. We do have 3 elites on both sides, so let's actually look. Let's see, 3 campfires on the left. Whereas on the right, we don't have that many. So we're probably going left. And there is a nice merchant kind of at the end. So we'll go that way. So if we're going to hit 3 elites, Impervious is quite good. But it does not kill stuff. It's got to be considered. Same thing with Fiendfire, is that it could be good, but it definitely needs draw. Now, Bludgeon is alright. I prefer Carnage. But Bludgeon upgraded is kinda a lot of damage. You have to draw in the correct order, though. I'll take Impervious, but I will acknowledge that that might not be the correct play. I think it's a little greedy, if I'm being entirely honest with you. Seeing how we're not even going to use it. It could certainly be the case. Now you do not die this turn. Taking quite a lot of damage from you, actually. We're gonna be taking some more as well. You go this turn, and we heal up a little bit. Flame Barrier is pretty much an always take, but I am getting a little, let's say, worried. Wild Strike upgraded is a lot of damage. That's almost 3 basic strikes in one. Now this was an upgrade, but yeah, I think we need damage. And I don't think I've taken it before as well. Just lose the max HP, it'll be okay. The louses are hitting hard. Man. Taking a lot of damage off the bat here. I'm glad that we at least do have some campfires coming up. Because otherwise, I think we very much could be in a bad situation. Fire breathing right away. Do we have Slime Boss? We don't, but no, I don't think he adds anything. In that case, I think we are skipping. I will take the 2 upgrades. And we get a decent start on you. Followed by another decent turn. Uppercut is good enough to be taking, especially into perhaps a smithing, which I will do. Hopefully don't draw it into... Wow. Ooh, spin. Don't give me a curse. Ooh, okay. It looked like a curse for a second, but... A free relic, and a nice relic. It's not the best relic, but I'm happy with it. You know, I'm not gonna say, ooh, you gave me a common relic. As far as relics go, especially common relics, this is quite a decent one. So, we don't really have crazy damage. We do get a vulnerable on you, though. I think we will... We might use the explosive pot because we're full on potions. Although... Well, yeah, if we do that... An impervious... Because we really don't want to take damage. I mean... I guess I could... No. I was gonna say I could speed potion defend, but that I don't get to kill you then. Yeah, let's just do that. And block. We get a lot of attacks this turn. I think we're most likely to not be able to kill this guy if we focus him. So we're gonna go ahead and make the bet on you. I will go ahead and use the speed potion because I don't think it's that great. And indeed, we wouldn't have been able to kill the sentry. Now we have the guaranteed kill on this one. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to spend the uppercut on you. But we can at least get a little bit of damage off the other sentry and get hit for 10 straight up. Just playing the cards, you know how Act 1 is. And we're progressing pretty nicely. I definitely could have given myself more time. I could have started this project a little earlier, I guess, month-wise. Because remember, we're trying to get this all out before Slay the 2 Spire. Slay the Spire 2 comes out, which is on a secret Thursday in March, I believe. Which could mean a lot of different things for my timeline. But you know, if it comes out earlier than I perhaps would like for my, you know, my tastes, or I guess my timeline, then I just get to play Slay the Spire 2 a little earlier, so I think I could live with that, you know? We do get the mall bank, so we're skipping that shop there. I think it could be in our best interest to heal, but we'll upgrade first because, well, we probably want to hit you hard. Now, we do hit you decently, but really, really, really would like the uppercut. We do get it. That'll help. You're not vulnerabling us, at least. Although you're just going to keep hitting us, which sucks pretty bad. We Berserk Impervious. We do get that for free. Although, well, it's a power, so it shouldn't power you up. You will be out of... Very unfortunate. I think we just go ahead and hit you. And hit you again. We'll take the 12, but you're probably dead this upcoming turn. Yeah, you did. And we will heal. And we will take a spot weakness as well. I want to heal, thank you. That bag of marbles is just always very nice. It smooths out your turns. Now here, of course, it helps with our initial damage. And we got to play a free strike because of the weakness. And we win the fight. That was quite nice and smooth, I think. Not adding another wild strike. We do have an impervious. So upgraded body slam could certainly be helpful. But we're gonna see how much damage we take versus these guys. Not who I wanted to see. Really not who I wanted to see. I got a good chance to take the sentry out. But I mean, we did strip their artifact. Which is kinda nice. And we can get a spot weakness as well. Which will make the fight a lot nicer to us. If we play Berserk and a defend, we'll still take 10. I don't think we need the energy though, right? Because they're going to be adding stuff to our deck. We're going to be happy if we can play all of our energy in a turn. And this is why Impervious is quite nice. 33 damage. Nothing else in our deck would have done close to that. So we get you done. And we might come out of this nicely, seeing as we do get the uppercut, so at least we take a little bit less damage. Alright. That's not the worst. Potion belt is okay as well. I can hold more potions using this belt. You sure can. Shockwave. I mean, we're doing a lot of debuffs. Rupture, we don't have anything for it right now. Now, a little birdie told me that Searing Blow could be good. And I said, wow. Same way that a lot of things could be good if you focus on them and get lucky, which is what I've been doing, so you might expect a Searing Blow in the future. Build, I guess. Right now, though, we're kind of doing some uppercut shenanigans. You know what? If we hit a shot, I actually wouldn't mind doing some debuff. Like, builds, you know? Versus this guy. He can give you a lot of damage, especially if you're forced into attacking him when his... like in his off turns, basically. His thorns can really, you know, do you pretty good. So we're gonna rest. I think we've rested twice. But that's just kind of a sign of the times. You know, Ascension 13, your health, even as the Ironclad, you're not invulnerable anymore. Unfortunately, he's not attacking when I get my spot weakness. This is... I was gonna say we could draw attacks that would get us through his block and mode shift him. Seeing as how we're not going to be doing that, we're gonna weaken you. And I guess just double block. Glad that I'm very glad that I rested. That's what I will say. Fortunately, He's gonna mode switch and eat a lot of our damage. Yeah, this won't get through it, unfortunately. I shouldn't have played it then, because it gives me a wound. I'm not playing very good against this guy. Not to mention not getting good turns. I think we do have to play Impervious Body Block here. Because then we can do a lot of damage to you. And that caught us back up a decent amount. Here, though, as you can see, he's hitting us and we're not blocking. But I think we just gotta keep hitting him. We can't really afford to just take the damage and not deal damage back to him. And here he's still weakened. So we'll get a little bit of strength at least this time. Full block. He's gonna block himself, but we can... Let's see, we do have a lot of strikes and whatnot. So he's gonna probably... What is he blocking? Like 15, 19 block is normally what he gives himself. Let's keep this rolling on you for certain. And I think past that, we're literally just gonna get you that much closer and pass. You give 9 block to yourself. We can definitely get through that. Let's make sure though. Yeah, more strength. Okay, I'm feeling suddenly my giant confidence has come back to me. That Impervious turn really flipped it for us. Which is very nice. And that's why I rested. It normally comes to this where you're going to be taking a good bit of damage versus this guy. And there we go. The bash one shot. We got a lot of use out of our... I mean, most of our cards, actually. Bash, we didn't get that much out of because Uppercut's just better bash. And then we also have Shockwave. So, honestly, Bash might be getting the axe next. Now, we do have Corruption. But we don't have much, I guess. Well, we do have Impervious Shockwave. Corruption's on the table. Offering is hard to ever ignore, though. Demon Form, when we already have a spot weakness. If this was Limit Break, I'd be much more interested. Not having an Energy Relic really makes Corruption more interesting. But we don't have Barricade. But if we don't take Corruption now, we might never see it again. And I think that's okay. Not taking that, and I don't feel the most confident taking Coffee Dripper. If we haven't... The thing is, we're both incentivized and decentivized to hit an early shot with Maw Bank. I don't think you can take Ectoplasm with a Maw Bank active. As in, you can do it, but I don't think it's the right play. So we can't see the map coming up. I think we take Coffee Dripper. It will be a little sus, as is said so often. But I think we will be fine hitting an early merchant. I think we kind of have to be fine with it. So we're looking at what, two elites? 3 down the middle path, but we miss all the merchants if we go there. which we do not want to do. We kind of have to hit. Oh wait, no, we can go 3 here. Kind of take the winding path. Now there's no campfires, but we can't heal off of campfires anyway. We just want them for upgrades now. So maybe hitting these question marks into the shop. Basically just fully relying on getting something that will fix the rest of the run for us. Now these guys are buffing right off the bat, which is a blessing and a curse. If we uppercut you, you deal no damage to us. But we'd then be incentivized to keep hitting you. Coffee Drifter makes offering an even more... well, you know. This removes our only source of healing, but I think birds are scary enough to do so. We do get Shockwave, which I think is very much on the table. Okay, being vulnerable gives you back your attack. I think we're just spotting your weakness and hitting you down. Come down, ye bird of little faith. Now these guys are gonna suck, but we're pretty decently likely to get an impervious next turn. And we're gonna have 5 energy. So I'm kind of feeling nice about that. We do get the impervious. You guys are still weakened, so your buff actually doesn't do much for you. We are still gonna impervious though. Because, well, get pretty close to taking one of you guys out. In fact, I can take you out, I think. Yeah. Straight through the flight. And now we only got you to deal with, and you're weakened for a good while longer. You're buffing as well, which is just kind of funny. You did all those buffs to not even use your funny attack. How sad. Ghostly armor. Yeah, I think so. It's not the best card, but it's decent block. And I think that's what we need. A little more consistent, decent block. All we gotta do is get to the merchant. Now here... do we need an offering? You're buffing. I don't know if we do need an offering. We kind of need to incentivize getting our health. Having it be as much as possible, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. This does hit through and adds a little bit of vulnerable. If we get the champion's belt and sadistic something or other, it's a colorless card, does damage when you apply debuffs. That would be kind of cool. No, now we've had the classic thing happen where we just don't draw any blocks, which sucks pretty bad. Anything here? Panic button actually does fix that, although we need to end the fight now if we use it. So indeed, we're just gonna hit you a lot. And unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to gain block next turn. But hopefully you're not gonna do a lot of damage, because you were hitting us pretty dang hard this time. Yeah, 12 is, you know, 12 is more manageable than what was coming in last time. Still maybe could have played it a little better, but easy come, easy go. And we don't, I don't think we want any of this. Remove a card from your deck. Or upgrade strikes and defense. We're gonna remove. Honestly, upgrading, like, we have 4 and 3. 7 cards upgraded. Like, it's not perfect, but I think it could be good. Did I just decide to not upgrade? Is that okay? Great. I guess, yeah, well, the answer was making a vast quantity of mistakes. We will be fighting you because I'm not handing over the only way out. We do have to offering, I think. You can spot your weakness. Could also shockwave. These guys are actually kind of chumps. Now don't tail bear that, because he will take your beautiful dexterity, but not if we just murder him, I think. Yeah, Romeo, your boys, you took them to the wrong neighborhood, friend. You'll hit me a little bit, but that was a nice fight. And that's the power of offering. Now we do have the red mask as well. Like, if we get the card that I'm thinking of, is it not gonna be super cool? We don't get it because the universe hates me, but we do get Champion Belt. Champion Belt is a purchase. Has to be a purchase. We could go for the oddly smooth stones. Dark Embrace obviously showing up when we don't have a corruption. That's a classic. You know that was gonna happen. And if I'm gonna do an honest sit rep of our deck, we could body slam. I think oddly smooth stone helps just that little bit more. With a power through, I think we upgrade body block next. Body slam. Played too much Heroes of the Storm. You know, get a body block. What else, though? I mean, Carnage is actually kind of on the table. But Body Slam is already doing his job. Expensive, but we do have energy. I think our big problem, actually, is that we don't have much draw. Which Dark Embrace claims to fix, but we do have some exhaust. But not that much. Maybe we just grab it in case, though? Like, having the Dark Embrace means that if we find a corruption or any other source, Fiendfire, whatever, I could fix a few things. And it's probably worth not removing a card, although in the short term it will make our draw issues worse. But I mean, we're starting off with Vuln and 2 weak on every enemy. Like, I feel like it's not that deep, I guess. And the debuffs would go crazy. Being able to farm strength off these guys is fine and dandy. I think maybe we do offering. Maybe we do offering. You're gonna keep buffing until the day I freaking die. Definitely Berserk here. past that, just hitting this guy. I mean, if we kill one of these, I think he might be incentivized to not hit us. It's unfortunate. I think we're gonna have to overkill pretty hard. Could shrug and body slam. Okay, we do get the shockwave, which is actually a better use of our time. And this doesn't get you there, but it would get you close. So sure, let's do that. And continue. Not a great draw. Decent damage though. And you've not upgraded very much. Or, I guess, buffed your strength very much. Now we need the fat gremlin down. You kill you in one shot. We're gonna take damage here because, well, we don't have barricade. That's just how it works. Do get the power through though, that will help. Guess we can bash and strike you. And then we'll just hit you for 22. Hit us for 5. We are bleeding a little bit of health. And our turns are really not good, man. They're really not great sometimes. Now, sometimes. This time, we're doing 52. Full blocking. We just gotta kill you. This turn, preferably. Yeah, that's more than doable. Losing a little bit more health than I'd like. Okay, well, we got the corruption. Everything's okay now. We took a little bit of a gamble. We skipped one, but, you know, we came crawling back, hands and knees, pleading and corruption, and its ever benevolence and wisdom said, yeah, I guess so. Why not? Play me. Make your cards free. See if I care. And I said, thank you, chef. Yes, chef. More corruption, chef. That's what everyone wants to see, right? The same build that I've won with over and over and again. You don't get it. Playing video games is so tough. What if I lose a run? Oh, no. Come on, guys. Think about my schedule. Oh, no. Alright, we're gonna keep hitting Snake Plant. We're still taking damage, mind you, which I think we're going to go ahead and... Taking 8 damage? I really would rather not. Don't make me play Offering. Snake Plant, come on. We're friends, aren't we? You're gonna make me play Offering, you son of a... No healing for us. Never healing. I've never seen healing, and it doesn't exist. At least we get a Liquid Memories. Shrugs are always good in corruption decks. You already know that. And we really, really, really... don't want to take much more damage, because we're going up against that guy, and he can do a big Hyper Beam. And we've got corruption. Like, we still are missing a lot of the pieces of the puzzle. Don't get it twisted. We have some of them, that is true. But we do not have all of them. That's truest. What do we really need? Well, a barricade. We need a barricade. It always comes down to barricade in the end. But we can... Like, we don't need it to win, I think. It obviously would make it more consistent, I think. Every single time offering. You're beautiful, but can't help but notice the costs on my health. Now we play Ghostly Armor because it goes either way. That's a given. We don't need to play too much more this turn. So let's try and get rid of this one. We need a draw. Right, well. If you're ensnaring me this turn, I think I have to pull out the stops. I really think you are. Which makes me quite sad, but I think I had to do that. Now we can spot a little bit of weakness. We can shrug it off a little bit. And then what? Go for this guy? I'm not gonna kill him. Not playing Berserk either, because I'd like to take as little damage as possible. It's really looking like we're just gonna get ground down. Play the card. Wait, you actually do less damage. Probably should have played Dark Embrace at some point. It'll be alright. Surely the infinite amount of wounds that are being added to my deck. Ooh, mango. That's a nice little pick-me-up. Then True Grit, we're adding a lot of wounds, but it's not upgraded. I guess if we're adding a lot of wounds, why not Fire Breathing? Second Shot Pippin? Right, a little bit of strength up. It's a noticeable increase in health. I guess we go this way and we can pick whether or not we want to go to that guy. Now, the Dark Embrace, I think, has to get upgraded. Because it's not getting played otherwise. Okay, these guys. We do remove quite the amount of your resistances to our shenanigans. And I guess we're going ahead with just playing Corruption. Guess we'll just hit you a little bit. Okay. Get some strength. Limit Break would certainly help as well. We've got a few threads to pull on, I think. Uppercutting you would remove some of your damage. And, of course, a good chunk of your block. So that's a full block, so we can try and get some health back. What do we get from you? Well, actually, do we have wounds? No, we don't. So we can just... We can play Fire Breathing later if necessary, which we will have enough energy for it. Take a little bit of damage, but at least we didn't play... Oh. It worked for the Ascender's Bane. Nice. I mean, that's a good bit of damage. It's kind of... I don't know. It's obviously good. And the more that we take those cards, but we need draw to really put it into its own. Do we hit the shop again? It could be important, I think. Plus, we might get some potions. Which could be nice. Now here, I think we're going to spot weakness, shrug, and berserk. Although, if we shrug and berserk, I think we're taking damage. So we might not do that. We might just play Corruption. Because above all else, I want to take no damage. Now, we can play Dark Embrace, and we have the engine. Now, fuel is another thing entirely. But it's operational for now. Can we kill you? It does kind of look like we could, although we don't really have enough energy, which means we're back to offering, boys. Unfortunately, the fire breathing wasn't active. Have to use all of the attacks on you. Not even get to play any of the other cool stuff. Suffer. Oh, don't worry. I am. Here, though, uppercut puts you pretty nice and debuff. Oh, hiccup. So, we can shrug. And frankly, I don't think it matters if you give us dazes, because they will just give us draw. So, let's just keep rolling. And then we can hit you. That's not free yet. There we go. Headbutt's nice, but I don't know. Chemical X. Reaper. There's some interesting stuff. Another fire breathing, but it isn't upgraded. Magnetism is interesting because it's technically fuel. Now, it's a bit expensive, but we can upgrade it. We could buy magnetism. Does that move the needle? Does that make us more likely to live and even win? It could. I'm just not very familiar with... And see, we don't even choose it. It just adds a random colorless card. Could be panic button, could be anything. I think they might be predominantly skills and powers, though. Which, if they're free, then, well, it's another thing to exhaust. I guess, also, we could get sadism from it. And it's a little interesting. It's a little wacky, it's a little weird. So I guess I'll put a little bit of spice on the bland plate that is Corruption block build number 505. Now, do we go for Bird or Chosen next? We can't take the Bird down, so let's just get the free Chosen damage. If we can get Fire Breathing out. Actually, Bird is just dying on our thorns, so... I guess that's fine. Now we can get Fire Breathing out, which will just really tie up the... It'll tie it up, and let's see what Magnetism does for us here. We do not want to play Berserk, because it will make him do 6 damage to us. Very good, very good. Swift Strike. I mean, it's free, I guess. It's kind of like draw. I mean, it's adding cards to our deck. Not drawing the ones we already know are good, but... can't win them all. Panacea. Okay. Maybe it's not that bad. Entrench. I don't think we can take it without a barricade. I don't think we can. Could come in handy, but we just don't have... It's not a sure thing. It's not guaranteed. I mean, You know, that's basically all I can say. Now, we do want to get magnetism cheaper. Corruption will normally pay for itself in a weird way because it'll make the skills that we draw it with free. So I don't necessarily care about its cost unless we draw it. We are going to just pull out all the stops versus you. Turn 1 corruption is dangerous. It's very dangerous. But what other choice do we have, I guess? Like, are we really gonna wait for it to come back around? I don't think we have that luxury. I really don't think we have that luxury. Could be the winning play, could be the losing play. Either way, we just gotta keep putting damage out on the fields. Dark Embrace is a given. And Shrug gets us 2 cards here. We really, really want some Fire Breathing, and we do get it. Get some Strength as well. Get the Fire Breathing out there. And you add Dazes. So I think we're actually ignoring the orbs. If possible, we should ignore them. Because they're gonna bring their own doom. Now we're gonna get hit. Certain. Right. Okay. Panacea does give us at least some block. Or not block, but, you know, draw. Get some of this on you guys. Man. I guess let's use a regular defend here. I guess we're looking for a big... I mean, as always, we're looking for a big, like, just burn everything and play a giant... you know, body slam. Now we do get another uppercut. Hitting us pretty hard. Do we pop the Impervious? Or do we just play a defend? I think we just play the defend. We'll just keep hitting you. Keep hitting you lower. We've only got 1 week so far. Do you guys not add... I really thought you added Dazes. That must have been something else I was doing last time. You're adding a lot of block to your fearless leader. Master of Strategy. Yeah, I think taking the magnetism might just be exactly what we needed. Now this is our big body slam turn. In fact, let's shuffle in some more wounds. Oh, we get the Impervious as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and... More wounds. More wounds. Please. I need more wounds. Let's clean out that. We need to make sure that we have 1 energy to play this body slam. Because, wow. It needs to hit as hard as possible. In fact... I think we just play it now. Let's let the Master of Strategy go through. Because that's our other win condition. Just now that we're clean, right? We're lean and clean. Drawing these wounds could potentially be doing 30 damage a turn to everybody. So we go ahead and get you low. And I guess actually Master of Strategy... No reason not to do it. We actually drew the body slam back. We could have ended the fight there. But I think we're okay. Ooh. Wait a minute. Haha, no, you're so sexy. Unless, don't hit me for 43. Haha. We weren't as clean as I thought. But we came through it. Limit Break has a little bit of a negative synergy with Corruption. Due to the fact that if we upgrade it, it doesn't exhaust, but then if we play Corruption, it exhausts anyway. So, and you need to really play it a lot to get the funny numbers. Double tap, though, is interesting. I think I would take Brutality here, normally. Considering that our health is a little sick. I don't want to say it, but I'm really thinking about skipping. Like, I'm really thinking about it. So much that I did it. Okay, so we're definitely not taking Runic Pyramid. It's just a troll relic. Black Blood kind of fixes the coffee dripper. It's not exactly what you want out of boss relics to kind of balance out each other and have you only get a modicum amount of strength. But our other option is Tiny House, which is just hilarious. It's a funny little thing called We're Not Taking That Bullcrap. Ooh, Time Lords. Ooh. Time Eater, whatever. So there's so many time this, time that. Time you get a more innovative name. Got plenty of rest sites. I don't... It's times like these where you wish you really had something that would just win you a fight. So we just kind of have a weaker version of all the other builds we've ever made. On the hardest difficulty we ever played. And this is actually the hardest difficulty I've ever played because I think I only ever got up to 10 in the ye olden days when I played. That's what I remember. So we truly are in uncharted territory. I mean, is the play really to... We could go question marks, right? I see 2 shops. So maybe we get the normality thing that gives you massive amounts of money. Remove one here. Go up here, remove the other, and then we get a lot of cool shop relics, maybe? Or cards that we need. Could be one of the ways out. Here, though, we are certainly just kind of playing cards. Shockwave. So we Dark Embrace into Sharkwave? Sharknado, maybe? Even? Fortunately, we're just gonna take 12 here. Which we are healing, though. Down with your strength. Up with the fire breathing. You don't really have the health to be doing this sort of stuff, buddy. Walk away. Let's add the wounds, man. Why not? We drew our corruption as well. So I guess let's just play it. I mean, The panic button plus the other thing just gets you killed pretty good. Second wind is interesting for a few different reasons. And dual wield. Dual wield magnetism. Dual wield body slam. Dual wield fire breathing. A lot of interesting possibilities that I hadn't considered with dual wield. See, I thought of dual wield as, why not just get the extra copy of the card that you want instead of filling your deck with situational crap? What I didn't think of is, what if you're in the situation where it's not situational crap? Which might come to pass, or it might not. Right. You're hitting me, and I'd rather you not. Fill my deck with dazes. It literally will actually help me if you do that. I'm not taking that much damage. Dark Embrace. I guess we can shrug. Get a magnetism. I mean, it could also just hit you guys. Well, magnetism and hit one of you. Yeah, it's like at any point we're gonna be seeing some dazes. Yeah. And a no to all of that stuff. Test tubes. Oh, dude, yes, we needed these potions. That's actually big. Okay. Alright. Keep thinking with your noggin. And we're back. Sorry for the little portion of silence. Someone came in and was asking me some things. Nothing clandestine. Maybe. Wouldn't that be interesting, though? What if I'm James Bond? Probably not, though, right? Haha, unless... We'll just keep hitting these fellas. The deck is doing okay. I'm kind of surprised it's actually doing okay, considering what we have. And where we're at. Do we offering here? I don't think we have to. But would it save us health? I don't think it would. So we won't. It always feels to me, especially these guys, like the spikers and whatnot, are they not just easier than the early enemies? Obviously, you encounter them when you have more stuff. I guess spikers could certainly give you an issue if you're not rounded out. But like the dudes that give you dazed, they're straight up just weaker than the sentries. Which they are elites, but they're Act 1 elites, you know? Now, back at the topic at hand, we're probably either imperviousing... I think we are imperviousing and ghostly armoring, so we can get that out there. And 20, 32, yeah, we can just play that. Now we can get the Dark Embrace out there. This one's going a little slowly because we're bottom decking the Corruption. Which, with our deck, That means like 4 turns until it shows up. Which I think is going to be one of the big things that I need to keep in mind going up in Ascension, is that with these big decks with no draw, that's going to be your primary source of RNG, is bottom decking stuff. Not having stuff is one thing. Bottom decking it is an entirely different thing. And indeed, we're going to take a little bit of damage here, because I was articulating instead of thinking. Alright. Now you are a little gremlin. You can keep buffing your spikes, though. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. Not until I have some freaking block. We can trip you. We can give myself artifact. We can draw some cards. We can do chrysalis. Now, why did we do all of that? You tell me, brother. Like, you're doing 6 damage. Like, you do have a lot of thorns. That's true. I'm asking whether or not I have to care, not whether or not I should. Here, though, I think we can just hit you again. Well, we're madness. Oh no, madness! Wow. The enemy does not intend to attack. You're dang right. You've never been so right. I would like the strength potion. Unfortunately, I like all of these. I think we're actually dropping the energy potion, weirdly. Another dark embrace would help. But would it actually help? I don't know if it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. I think it obviously could help. I'm just thinking about if we bottom deck the corruption, what's it matter if we have 2 of those? Definitely not taking Brimstone versus Timekeeper. It's already gonna have enough strength. Cultist Potion is a very, very interesting concept to me. Very, very interesting. I think we drop the Dexterity Potion for it. I think as long as we get to the boss with good health, which now we had to do, but we get a lot of upgrades on the way as well. I think I'm skipping that last elite and just going for the upgrade. How do we get more draw? Offering certainly helps, so let's go there first. I'd rather control my HP loss. You get weakened right away, which is very helpful. We can Dark Embrace. It's not going to matter too much because we're just playing whatever we got. Take a little bit of damage here. Do get the Corruption, though. And getting Corruption, like taking a little bit of damage early on for the Centennial Puzzle, could be the play. It's very unfortunate that you are intangible, because if not, you would have gotten hit for a hilarious amount of damage. Other than that, I guess we could throw another body slam, but who cares? Since we can't use it. Right? I guess let's Uber draw into an uppercut. What are we drawing into? I guess a bash, maybe? Just kidding, the bash is too expensive. We'll hit you with the wild strike and send it back. Yeah, you're giving me burns. Whatever. You're actually, like, being pretty dang kind. What happened to your massive 45 damage attack, Nemesis? You fell off, buddy. Not that I'm complaining. We drew the freaking body slam again. Whenever I don't have barricade, this guy gives me so much trouble. And here's his big attack. Speak and you shall receive the comeuppance for your crimes. Guess we want to dual wield. What are we thinking? Uppercut, maybe? Although wild strike probably... Is it more base damage? I didn't ever upgrade it, even though I was like, if I upgrade this, it'll actually be pretty good. Ooh. Well, let's enlighten. We got the body slam. We're not dealing that much damage though, but it is the highest damage. I think you're dead. Yeah, you're dead. It's probably been dead for 2 cultist potions. They love me. They decided that I was the best man that ever existed. And they said to me, sir, we love your Slay the Spire videos. We watch them all the time. Watch the entire thing. And you're very cool. I really like it when you play the corruption deck again. And I said, well, that's very strange, made-up man in my head. Some would call that straw man, in fact. But there's no argument here. You are the greatest Slay the Spire player. And you're very cool. I say thank you. They always tell me that. Who is they? The Illuminati. Definitely. Let's stop waffling. Let's finish the run. Let's get this upgraded. Body slam. We are still having a little bit of energy problems. They're literally just giving me all the max HP ups. It's better to be lucky than to be good, man. Often have you heard it said, and so true it is. Dual wields could certainly help. But really, we're just going to try and survive because we have a demon form in our pocket. And it is happy to see you. Transient. I mean, we just punch you. And I think we're doing kind of okay. I mean, we get the corruption so we can shockwave. And block that large amount of damage that was coming in. Draw. Draw. Draw your boat. Bam, 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 bam. Magnetism, magnetism. Life is like a dream. So many cards. I love playing cards. Yeah, how about you don't do 60 damage to my forehead? Good sir. Have you tried that out? Let me know how it works for you. Many people are saying this. Alright. Stop. You violated the law. Pay the court fine or to reduce your sentence or whatever he says. He'd be saying that kind of crap all the time. The Oblivion Guard. You know the one. I think we don't need any of this stuff. We just need to get to the boss. Rare relic is a rare relic. What if it's Sharon's ashes, you know? Upcoming check him PC moment when it is. Draw last, as we've always said that. As the precedent I've set, do as I do, not as I say. We're gonna get hit pretty hard here, though. But, you know, we're not the man we were all those days ago. In parentheses, like 20 minutes ago. We actually have max HP and good healing, so obviously I'd rather not take damage, but I'm not gonna whine too much about it. Editor's note. Why are we getting so third wall? Bring it back down to reality. And do not say, oop, there goes gravity. Fire breathing. You guys are doing a lot of frickin' damage for my taste. You guys should, like, cool it. Okay, we are blocking. Nice. Nice. You might die to more of your own burns. It'd be so funny if that worked. There we go. Old coin. I'm gonna cry if there's not a shop in front of me. It's gonna happen. Where? Where? Why'd you give me old coin? Where? Whatever. Whatever. You're not an intellectual. That enemy does intend to attack. Just not that turn. They've constricted me. Right? They've constricted me. We do need to play a little more block due to being constricted. Now we get the magnetism out there. And we're just kind of playing cards at this point. This might not be the best. Actually, I think we're offering, because you're going to hit me pretty hard. Do we have body slam? No, we don't. We need more blocks still, though. Could get a body slam. Could. Should we, though? It's a different question. No, because we're drawing like the perfect... Okay, we got sadistic nature now of all times. And you are weakened, so you're pretty dead. Right, very good. Muy bien, muy bien. And we're going to the writhing mass. I hate this guy. Hey, look, it's this guy. I hate you. Right? You're very likely to actually do more damage than this will give me. So let's just go all out. How all out are we talking? Maybe a little all out, You know what I'm saying? Maybe half your health all out. That felt pretty good. Hitting us pretty hard again, though. We do have an impervious. Let's see what you're actually doing. 12. Sure, whatever. Whatever. Bring us back around. Corruption, Dark Embrace. My favorite cards. Everyone says this to me. They say these are the best cards in the game. Play them over and over. It's very fun to do that. I should have hit you. Because you just gave me a parasite. Why would you do this to me? Do you have the body slam? We don't have any more draw, though. Great. In fact, we have so little draw that... Okay, 12. I'll take 6, because you're gonna do 6. I don't think we're gonna be able to make use of impatience. In the traditional sense, anyway. Alright, very good. Why am I getting so many cracked potions now? Alright, smithing, what is gonna save us? That's a good question. What will save us? I don't know. I guess let's just make corruption a little cheaper. Might come into play, might not. Alright. Buddy. Caca. Alright, Time Eater. Give me the lay down on it. You're hitting us for a lot already. Let's just play corruption and maybe impervious. Ah, company. He loves killing me with this funny clock. Magnetism, we do get. So we uppercut you, too. And then pass turn. Unfortunately, we threw the body slam, as is tradition. Ooh. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, you hit me for like a lot of damage or whatever. Haha. Alright, 7. Do you want fire breathing? Shockwave doesn't do anything other than draw for us. Get the Dark Embrace out there, and then what do we want to play? Gonna hit us pretty hard. I guess more statuses. I guess hard is relative. He was doing a lot of damage, but we blocked a lot of it. Now, though, get some more strength. Or is it worth doing that? I think it is. What's our chances on the body slam? Because that's going to be our... I guess it doesn't have to be, right? We're getting a lot of strength per turn. So, I guess we just want to keep adding more cards, more fuel. Maybe block some damage. That sounds good. Do want to play Berserk, but I don't know if it's worth playing. 5, so I have 7 cards. We are gonna have a lot of just attacks. Let's Makes us take a little bit of damage, but we'll take it. Hand of Greed. We do have Body Slam. So I'd like to play these two, so we can play 4 cards. So I guess let's do that. Hit you for quite a lot. Keep you vulnerable too. Wait. Oh yeah, and then we can use transmutation. Very good. Alright. Can guarantee that we get... Put an attack from your draw into your hand. We don't care about any of that. It's just gonna be a way to draw a lot. Did we just pass then? He's doing a buff. Yeah, I don't really see a reason to play a bunch of cards. Wait a minute, you can't do that. That's illegal. You said, I don't want to be debuffed anymore, and then made it so. It's messed up. That's so messed up. We got plenty of strength, though. So I guess let's do this. Big draw. And indeed... I think we just kind of had to start hitting you. Get you vulnerable again. I think we just start hitting you. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's the correct play. I think just hit me, because we're gonna draw the cards that kill you this turn. Yeah. Those ritual potions really, really, really came in handy. We win as well. With a decent time. Taking a little longer than normal, but hey, we're going up in Ascension, so... You know, a win's a win, and, you know, a thank you for watching is a thank you for watching. And, of course, thank you for your time.